Go.
Alright. There's no guarantee that I won't cry while saying all this.
That's real emotion.
So I wrote Time Flies to show the growth of how someone can go through a lot and be unaffected in the long run, but really, really affected in, the short time. And each song possesses some of that from starting off with New Me saying like, oh, dude, I gotta change. I gotta be a better person than I am right now because my life sucks. Then going, of course, to Please Don't Get Violent, struggling through everything that you're going through. Then, of course, to Gatorade, which is just silly, Sometimes you're just in a silly mood. And then there's, other songs. There's Smile, which is, of course, about smiling through everything that you go through, putting on a face. There's I Forgot My Meds Today, which I wrote as a way to remind people that just because someone is off their meds doesn't mean that they're a worse person, I think a lot of us forget that. I think a lot of us see the people that are on meds and say, oh, they need their meds to be the person that they are. Without them, they wouldn't be the same person. And I think that's why I wrote that song mostly. And then, of course, there's, the other songs in the album. And then there's this song, Time Flies. And Time Flies is about, growing up and just wanting to stay small forever. I think I wrote the song because I'm going to be leaving this house soon and going into a new place where I'm going to have my studio. And I think I wrote the song as a way of saying goodbye.
Every ending is a beginning.
And I think it was like the perfect ending to show the beginning of something. And looking through everything that we have looked through tonight, kind of just looking through all the songs that I made from when I was very small from where I am now. A lot has changed, but nothing has changed at all. And it's difficult, because life's difficult. But I think that's why the song is perfect. I think it's the perfect way to end something, the perfect way to say goodbye, the perfect way to start something new. And the reason that we're filming here, where we are today, where the music video is being filmed, is because I wanted to finish it off in the house where, I have all these memories. Because I don't think I'd be able to do it in the new house. I just couldn't. There's nothing there for me, It was fabricated out of nothing, so there's nothing there for me, really. Of course, there's the new studio, which will provide some awesome new music, but we'll see what, that has on my mental status.
Aren't we all fabricated out of nothing?
Aren't we all fabricated out of nothing? Aren't we all, Henry?
Yeah.
So Time Flies is really a statement on how everything stays the same, but nothing changes. And, wait, I've messed that up. So Time Flies is really a statement about how everything changes and yet stays the same, and how you want it to stay the same, but sometimes you have to change. Originally, Time Flies was written on a ukulele, but then I realized that ukulele is terrible at being recorded on the audio, so I don't have the right type of ukulele anyway. So then I transferred it over to the guitar, and it kind of just fit. And I think I'm gonna miss, everything that this album has been through. And I know it's not, necessarily saying goodbye rather than just, moving on, but isn't it the same thing, And I think that a lot of people could relate with that as well. Memories from their childhood. Because somehow, you know, everything that once made you happy now kind of makes you sad. Like, kind of like nostalgia has a different meaning when you get older. Everything has a different meaning when you get older. And you just miss that, you know, that innocence of not knowing anything really. And then, of course, in high school, you know, everyone starts to date each other and everyone kind of gets involved. And then the world speeds up. And I think when I wrote the song, you know, everything was just moving way too fast. It's like, wouldn't it be easier if everything was slow? Like it used to be? Like when I was growing up, I watched TV shows on a VCR. I didn't even, y'all have no idea what that is. Like I didn't have anything. I had an iPad and I had, you know, old cassette video. And that is quite something. So it's a miracle that I got to where I am today in the first place. And then you think about where you gotta go from here. And you're like, wow, the world is scary as hell. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not prepared for that. You're still holding on to all these childish things, you know? There's that one verse that comes to mind, you know, when I grew up, I put away with childish things. But I feel like we all carry them up to ourselves. So time flies, goes out to everyone who has nostalgia from their childhood. So I've gotta go, it's my bedtime, so I'll see you wherever I go.